suddenly erupted, make people face, with countless disasters, the strongest earthquake in history, directly demolishing buildings. Heaven is only an imitation. Not only that, but it also entails the tsunami is hundreds of meters high. Whoever runs slowly will be immediately submerged, but that's just the beginning. There are still many eruptions, other upcoming events. If it cannot be prevented, people will be directly wiped out. But so is there any way for humans? Do you keep pushing humanity or not? Let's find out with you. In Chang is an expert in bomb disposal. Today, when you have just finished task arrangements, he immediately set off to wait for home. Who would have thought that bad luck would sizzle back to the car? At this moment, the dog was by his side. The edge never stopped barking. Immediately afterwards, the ground also suddenly transferred. The manhole covers flown into the sky one after another. An extremely powerful earthquake suddenly occurred. Make the theme co-building directly. Change in imitation of the eye. Seeing this, In Chang hurriedly kicked the book. Just like that, the interlock driver ran on the road. But at this time, the ground didn't fall down, creating countless bottomless pits. Fortunately, In Chang was neat at the time of braking, driving in the teeths. But at this time, everything is still. No, don't fall strangely. Now, after the buildings on both sides, the road also began to collapse. In Chang was lucky to have an accident, but it happened out and touch with another vehicle. Seeing that, he just got off the car, squeezed his legs on the neck of the running cow. Just in the eyes of the city, become a pile of ruins. Road trips are also affected by serious impacts. The cause of the earthquake is due to the Baekdu volcano fund. Seeing this, the government immediately called an emergency meeting. The ghost Professor Dong Suk said that under the mountain, Baekdu has a total of 4 lava layers. The first floor has just been fun, so it appears. Now there are 3 more layers of lava. In just a few days to the volcano, we'll continue to have fun. That the last time the fun will be has the strongest intensity. Estimate both North and South Korea. Welding will be cancelled. Hearing this, everyone was so scared that they turned pale. Now there is only one way to prevent disasters from occurring. It was an explosion plan to release pressure, but want to make enough explosion. Big, only particle bullets. The only thing that Korea can do. Don't own it. At this time, the president suddenly, out in a multiplied way, when North Korea is in chaos for people infiltrating their nuclear arsenal to steal nuclear ammunition. Then, proceed with the installation and explosion to prevent disaster. Immediately, the special forces, top bomb disposal, have been reassembled to do their duties, which prints the delivered page for the degree of growth. But now, no one knows the location. North Korea's nuclear bombs. In addition to Lee Dun-V, afraid double-gilded spying in North Korea. However he was, the enemy detects and is now locked up in a prison there. So in the immediate future, they have to say it. Doomsday, to know the main location. Corpses of nuclear munitions. Now, there are only 75 hours left before the last eruption took place. Therefore, the bomb disposal team led by In Chang and the special forces immediately set off. But it hasn't been long before the engine. Their plane suddenly burst into flames, make it just like that, and lose control. There was no other way for them, just jump down. But when printing the finished page, the grounding public, the plane suddenly exploded, and so all the special forces soldiers died. Only the bomb disposal team was left due to printing. The lucky leader page escaped. All the way he just led, the head of the bomb disposal squad continued to go on the road to perform tasks. Very quickly they arrived, North Korea's prisons. Luckily, right here at this time, has just rioted. All the guards have been killed. The whole squad just went inside, without any effort. Very quickly, they succeeded. Rescue Rong Yuan. But he was not only ungrateful before the rescue, and didn't even bother to say the taste. Nuclear warheads. Seeing that, printing the page was dirty. Guns up threatening. But Dong Yuan only needs one movement. Have turned the situation around. After retrimming the hair and ears, the Dong Vien took the opportunity to print a page that was neglected immediately, stealing the riddle to install a nuclear bomb, then and swallow it all down in the stomach until the page is printed to recognize it's too late. Now, only he knows the location of the bomb. At this time, page printing has fallen into a passive position. Only had to follow Deng Vien's request, stop the car, and let him go to the toilet. But who would have suspected that Deng Vien would take advantage of the opportunity? That association, take off your hand. Then, just like that, beat the Japanese soldiers' guard to escape. After a while, I printed the page and saw teammates have not returned. I feel that something is wrong. Immediately ran over there to check. Sure enough, Deng Vien was found hiding. Get rid of it at any time. Printing pages only with teammates. Immediately tracked him down. After a while of chasing, they came, is the city of North Korea. At this time, Deng Yuan had arrived home. It turned out that he had a small family here, but Deng Vien's wife is now a species. There is no more human soul. After learning that the daughter had been taken to brother's house, at the foot of Baekdu Mountain, Deng Yuan was angry and immediately cured guns at his wife, but in the end he still softened his heart and shoot the other side. Thanks to that gunshot, the page printing group played the location of the dragon. However, this time he no more running away, but just brought the page printing team to the base, secretly concealing nuclear weapons. But when they arrived, they didn't know what to do next, because at least inside there is a lot of soldiers. They just rushed in. See, but they didn't. Is different from finding a path by yourself. Seeing this, Wrong Yuan said coldly. After entering, they only need to cut off the power supply, and then use the night glasses on his head, can be easily attacked. See that this way is not dark printing. The page decides to follow. The whole group continue to attack the base. After successfully cut off the power supply, they are like fish that fold water easily, knock down all the soldiers inside. Under the leadership of Deng Vien, they reach the warehouse, contains a half-nuclear name, though. The day immediately the whole group embark on dismantling. Very quickly, they succeeded, get the warhead, kernel and complete the installation of the dump jack. But at this moment, the eruption Monday took place, directly creating a new earthquake. Followed by a wave, the god rushed in to keep it busy, making people panic, ran away and scattered. Anyone who is not fast will immediately be swept away in the eyes. At the same time, the base was also photographed, began to fall. Seeing that, the whole group hurriedly squeezed, feet on the neck of the cow running. At this time, you just need to go to the foot of the mountain. It's okay to spark an explosion, but didn't expect Jun Pian to. Suddenly fleeing, he contacted Chinese coding to borrowed a plane for the two children to escape. The Chinese government immediately agreed, on the condition that he has to go out and explode, and an engineer who knows how to take it off. Hearing that, Jun Pian just had to go back, reunited with In Chang's group. But as soon as they escaped, tight in gloves, was suddenly hit by a team. Special forces attacked. Immediately, the two sides plunged into a shootout. However, they were fired, the fruit of the root of the safe, for an hour. Not only that, the other party also has the whole body leaker, making their squad almost run out of bombs. Si Yin, Chang and Jun Pian quickly coordinate with each other. Under the patronage of Jun Pian, In Chang immediately rushed out, burned a car, causing the heat leakage of there. The remedy loses its effect. Seeing this, Jun Pian immediately started the storage car, the nuclear bomb that took In Chang to flee. But this time at the military base, the U.S. military has gone too, gang in control, and it turned out that the army had just attacked the group. In Chang is American again. They do not accept the detonation of particle bombs. People on the Chinese border, for fear that the Chinese side will misunderstand, that spark a war. As for disasters, they don't care. On the other hand, on In Chang Road, was Jun Pian directly fainted, Han carrying him, and nuclear bombs to find the Chinese government in exchange for a plane for the two children to leave. But very soon In Chang came to his senses, realized Han Ying's plot immediately, rushed to attack Jun Pian, making the car go on like that, lost control and plunged into the abyss. In Chang immediately pulled down and excused himself to knock Jun Pyong unconscious. Who would have expected the two of them to be so close to each other? So they were all jerked to numbness. At the time they woke up, the two of them had decided to negotiate with each other. Jun Pyong was finally convinced, who agreed to help In Chang, because after all, his daughter are at the bottom of the Baekdu Mountain. So the two of them carried the bomb together. Nukes go to prevent disasters, but on the way they have found by the US military. Fortunately, while thousands of pounds were hanging by the hair, In Chang's teammates are still alive, promptly went to the rescue, but they still didn't let go, and chasing after the button, Yun Pyong quickly explodes. The enemy's vehicle successfully cut off their tails, but at this time, the mountains surge. The third fire took place directly on a major earthquake. The In Chang group bridge is going. Also, don't collapse. Seeing that, they just fought them all, rushed forward. The race to death, extremely suffocating, but the back still does not collapse. Fortunately, at this time, the earthquake is over. In Chang's group successfully escaped to the last strings, going through many difficulties and hardships. In Chang finally found the car continues its journey, and Jun Pyong succeeded to see my daughter again, but it was not long before he rejoiced. Then the Chinese military group suddenly came over, directly shot to kill him because failing to deliver the fuse that bursts. But at this moment, the army, the United States, also appeared. The two sides immediately rushed into the fight, extremely ferocious guns, including which side wins. Jun Pyong and Neon. It is also difficult for girls to escape. Good luck while they plan. Briefly using the father and son, In Chang drove over in time. He claimed to have started the bomb, but it must not be installed. Pause button. You want me to leave it here or return to Baekdu Mountain? Everyone who heard this was confused. No one wants him to be so angry, so they just had to retreat immediately. Not much time left. Jun Pyong and In Chang quickly drive, crossing the path of rain for jelly. Successfully brought the nuclear bomb to designated location. However, due to starting the bomb too early, so after installing the bombs, there is also not enough time to retreat. Seen there, Jun Pyong took the initiative to choose completed the burning of the bomb installation. Despite In Chang's efforts to stop him, he hoped that In Chang would help. I take care of my daughter. After speaking, Jun Pyong brought the fruit bombs into the depths of the mine, then used his body to detonate the bomb. Finally, succeeded in prevent disasters from occurring, saving countless lives of the North Korea and South Korea. In Chang finally kept his promise, raising his daughter, Jun Pyong. Since then, they have lived happily together. So the movie is over. Hello, and see you soon.